Yeah, if I ruled the world, I'd lower the coke prices, raise the welfare, and lower the perk prices. You could pay for a feature, even though the flow priceless.
What's up, gang? Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Music. Today, we stand right here in the city of Philadelphia to find out more about the murder of Lgp Qua. Lgp Qua was a movement in the city, and not only that, he was against violence, so he came up with the youth violence movement and had the city on smash. In the meantime, I need you to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget, gang, we won't incriminate nobody over here.
Trying to make it double from the track to crack, but either way we trying to make it bubble. Get your money up, that's what the old heads used to tell us. We was young wild niggas in the way, but so rebellious. They was trying to file niggas with that rock. I'm trying to tell you, Michael Jordan, when they booked him, then he turned to Donatella. The streets don't love nobody, word to my dear folks. Early bird get the worm first, so I'm out of bed first. Fame over freedom, he thought, so he shot him dead first. Streets was like a fucking tsunami, I dove head first. And I ain't drowned, come on, stop it, man. Fought all the creatures in the water, then came back up like I'm Aquaman.
Police in Philadelphia have shared surveillance video in the hopes of tracking down two people who, officials believe, gunned down 30-year-old Khadir Johnson, also known as Lgp Qua, in a shooting that happened on May 11, 2025, in North Philadelphia. Officials shared the footage online on Monday. According to police, the two individuals shown in the footage are sought for their suspected connection to the deadly shooting that happened at about 4:37 p.m. on May 11, 2025, along the 3900 block of M Street in North Philadelphia. That time, officials said, Lgp Qua was shot and killed by two suspects, who fled the scene in a black Nissan Altima that was driven by a third individual. Police have recovered the vehicle that, they believe, was used in this incident, officials said. Speaking to NBC 10's Johnny Archer, Lgp Qua's mother described her son as more than just a musician, but as someone who was constantly trying to better his community. She said, on the day he died, Qua went to the store but never returned. It's hurting because I'm still waiting for my son to walk up the block for Mother's Day. The rapper's mother, Tamara Davis, said, I never had the chance to hug my son for Mother's Day. I believe in my heart that I'm going to see my son again. Philadelphia police officials have said that they think the shooting stemmed from a robbery.
I've been counted out so many times, man, I know how to bottom feel. I was doing dumb shit for no reason, then I got my ass and kicked out my mama crib. She said she got tired of it, cause she knew I sold drugs, he said I'm not proud of it. I said, fuck it, I'm grinding it. So I dropped out of school, I don't know where they college is. Tell me I'm hot as shit, it's the hood where I'm at, but I'm trying to move out of here. I might catch a body head, but the way this shit looking, I might just get body head.
Into the murder of a Philadelphia rapper. Lgp Qua was shot in Juniata Park yesterday afternoon. The gunman on the loose. Action News reporter Walter Perez live for us where that shooting happened. Walter, you talked with a local host who recently interviewed that rapper.
That's right, John, and as you mentioned, this is where the whole thing unfolded yesterday afternoon, a shooting that took the life of a young man known as Lgp Qua, and as of this afternoon, the motive remains unclear and no arrests have been made. His name was Khadir Johnson, but to his fans, he was Lgp Qua, an up-and-coming rapper out of Philadelphia. But those ambitions came to a violent conclusion yesterday afternoon when investigators say Lgp Qua was shot in the chest on East Luzerne Street near the M Street intersection. Johnson was taken to Temple Hospital, where he died a short time later. Popular multimedia host Mina Sewat Yona says she interviewed the 30-year-old rapper several times over the years and is stunned by the news of what happened.
We don't even have any words anymore. You know, this is not the first young artist that we've lost recently from Philly. It's becoming just a story that no one wants to hear, but that everyone's used to hearing. And
Mina says the most heartbreaking part is that Qua was actively trying to alter the image of hip-hop, moving it into a more positive light. After spending some time in prison, Qua started rapping about setting an example and becoming a contributor to society, a stark contrast to the negative messaging from so many other hip-hop artists.
A young guy not saying those things, being positive, giving people inspiration, and even he is
known as a rapper in the city, but one woman knew him as her son, and her worst fear became a reality on Mother's Day when he was shot and killed.
2 days later, no arrest has been made. NBC 10's Johnny Archer spoke with the rapper's mom for the first time in an interview you'll only see on NBC 10. So heartbreaking and so fresh for her. Johnny, what did she have to say?
Yeah, it really is, Jacqueline. And family and friends describe Qua as more than just a musician, but he was a movement who was constantly trying to better the community. And I talked to his mom tonight, who says her son went to the store on Mother's Day and never returned.
So it's hurting because I'm still waiting for my son to walk up the block for Mother's Day.
There are no words that can describe the pain Tamara Davis feels after losing her son. Kadir Johnson was gunned down in North Philadelphia. To Davis, he was her only son.
I never had a chance to hug my son for Mother's Day.
But to his fans, he was Lgp Qua. The 30-year-old rapper was more than just a musician. He was an inspiration. His lyrics highlighting the struggles of the street while helping guide young fans in a positive direction.
And he was just bringing so much light. He was encouraging these young people. They wanted to see him. He was able to give sneakers, to give to buy water ice. He just wanted to just be that choice. He understood the craziness and the systematic issues that these communities like this face, and he refused to make sure these kids, and he refused to let people dictate that these kids can't change their lives.
Surveillance video shows Qua gunned down on Mother's Day in broad daylight in the Juniata section of Philadelphia at M and East Luzerne Streets. Philadelphia police believe it was a robbery. Before his murder, Qua was constantly giving back to the community, especially to the kids.
I felt as though they needed to see that because they like, damn, maybe one day I could do that. You get what I'm saying? So I like to give hope to them.
I was going to say, no, I want to give back to the community, everybody that knew my son from bad legs, from nice team, knew who my son and his mother was and the type of people we was. And I'm hurt.
You can just hear the pain in that mother's voice. Qua leaves behind a 10 and 7-year-old, but he has made such an impact on the community that on Thursday, Council President Kenyatta Johnson says he will honor Qua.
Watch coming off the curb. Watch your step, y'all. Watch your step. Watch your step up. Let's go down. Turn your face.
In connection with the deadly shooting of a local rapper. A search continues now for 21-year-old Amir Early. An attempted robbery turned deadly shooting happened on Mother's Day in Juniata Park at M and Luzerne Streets. Kadir Johnson, the rapper known as Lgp Qua, was killed. Police say Early is now wanted for his involvement in the case. He should be considered armed and dangerous. That's according to police. 2 19-year-olds were arrested yesterday. Both of them face murder charges. The news of their arrests came just hours after hundreds of people gathered.
Men have been arrested and another remains at large in connection to the shooting of a local rapper. 30-year-old Kadir Johnson, who went by the stage name Lgp Qua, was shot and killed on the 11th of May in Juniata Park near M Street and East Luzerne Street. Police identified the third suspect as 21-year-old Amir Early. A $20,000 reward is offered for information leading to his arrest.
If you ain't got no gun and keep your door locked, 8 to 10 bodies, you catch that, that's when the war stops. Busting traps in and out of Poppy, make the store hot. He made it to the crib but still got shot because the door locked. We ain't grow up like no normal kids, bro. It's different here. Santa Max, what do you want for Christmas? He said infrared. Glock with a beam. He's so young that he can't spell it yet. If you take money, you gotta take whatever come with that. Feel me? Had to give him a little, you mean?
Pop it. Like and subscribe.
Niggas know what's going on, setting the tone like that. We on the west side of
Hey, come here, hey.
Man, like straight like that.
You feel me?
Man, this was just all senseless. Rest in peace, Qua. Condolences to his family and his kids. This case is still ongoing. 2 19-year-old males have been arrested. A third is wanted and sought for his arrest. Any new updates, I will be sure to make a new update for this particular story. But in the meantime, just like, comment, and share, and be safe.